Well, this Saturday, West Iron County Public Schools will induct the first members of its Wall of Fame. Now, the Wall of Fame commemorates people of outstanding athletic, academic, or cultural talent from the West Iron County Public Schools community. The ceremony is at Young's Recreation Complex in Iron River, with 90 attendees expected. Wall of Fame Secretary Bernadette Coates says the deliberation process took months.
Yes, we just started it this spring. The committee of 7 of us nominated and went through a long list of people that we thought were endearing to it.
6 of the members will be admitted posthumously, and a 7th will attend in person.